Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, sound French, even to the French. If you're like me, you might not be the best at geography. It took me a while before I understood where some places in the country actually are. I knew these cities existed and I had a general idea about them, but I wasn't 100% confident about their location on the map. Now, after many years of being French, it finally clicked into place, but it took me some time, 30 years, and I want to help you jump straight over this confused period of blurry geography. Let's find out the location and specialties of today's topic, the 10 biggest French cities, in today's episode. Let's dive in. Lille is the main city of northern France. Its residents are called les Lillois and les Lilloises. Les Lillois and les Lilloises. With more than 230,000 inhabitants intramuros, within the city proper, Lille is the 10th biggest French city. Lille offers beautiful landmarks and monuments to visit, and each year in the first weekend of September, over 2 million people come to visit La Braderie de Lille. La Braderie de Lille, the biggest flea market in Europe. This is a perfect occasion to try les moules frites, mussels and fries. The dish was featured prominently in Bienvenue chez les Ch'tis. Bienvenue chez les Ch'tis, Welcome to the Sticks, a 2008 movie set in this area. This movie was a massive hit in France, and you will find more about it in the links on the page of this episode on the blog. Bordeaux is the main port city in the southwestern coast. With a little less than 250,000 residents in the city itself, it's the 9th largest French city. The inhabitants are called les Bordelais, and les Bordelaises, les Bordelaises. Bordeaux stands on the mouth of the river La Garonne, just as it becomes the estuary of La Gironde. If you've ever looked at the map of France, is this little notch of ocean on the coast that you can see on the map. This gateway to the Atlantic Ocean made the whole region, which used to be called La Gascogne, a rich land for trade. Its main exports are the amazing wines, le vin de Bordeaux. Some of these make for some of the most expensive and prestigious wines in the world. Most of the grape varieties, les cépages, make great red wines. So they're so great that they gave their name to the color le rouge Bordeaux, an elegant shade of dark red. It's a lovely city to visit with a great quality of life and impressive waves, which means for sports fans, surf spots. The city of Montpellier was born in the Middle Ages on the ancient Roman road between Italy and Spain. It's the 8th most populated French city with a few more than 260,000 Montpellierains and Montpellieraines. Montpellier is a city full of youth, energy and higher education. 21% of people living there are students. The inhabitants enjoy le climat méditerranéen, the Mediterranean climate of southern France, which is only 10 kilometers or 6 miles away from the sea. The whole area is beautiful to visit or live in. It's part of the area called le Languedoc, the ancestral home of La Languedoc, also called l'Occitan, a regional language of southern France and parts of Italy. And it's also the area where les vins du Languedoc, the prestigious Languedoc wines, are made. Strasbourg in French is the main city of eastern France and the 7th largest in the country, with more than 270,000 inhabitants, called les Strasbourgeois and les Strasbourgeoises. The city borders le Rhin, the Rhine River, which is also the natural border between France and Germany. It's the capital of the region l'Alsace, historically and culturally influenced by the German neighbors. Because of this situation, Strasbourg is a natural host for many European institutions, such as le Parlement européen, the European Parliament, where international representatives pass vote on laws for the European Union. The wise tourist will walk around the historic city center, which is part of le patrimoine mondial de l'humanité. Le patrimoine mondial de l'humanité. Yes, the UN World Heritage Sites. And be sure to come back in winter to check out le marché de Noël. Le marché de Noël, the renowned Christmas market, if you can. Nantes is the largest city in western France and the fifth within the country. With a little less than 300,000 inhabitants, les Nantais et les Nantaises enjoy a nice quality of life on the banks of the river La Loire, 50 kilometers away from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the home of the famous biscuits Lu, les biscuits Lu, cookies from the brand Lu, such as le petit beurre nantais, a popular snack biscuit for many children and adults alike. Nantes' most emblematic building is le Château des Ducs de Bretagne. Le Château des Ducs de Bretagne, the Palace of the Dukes of Brittany, which is surprising since Nantes is not technically in Brittany anymore. Nowadays, Nantes shines on the coast as a modern city, green and full of energy. Events and the ideas there are looking brightly to the future. Nice is the main city of la Côte d'Azur, the French Riviera on the southeastern coastline, and it's one of the great cities of La Provence, the southern culture area. With 350,000 inhabitants called les Niçois, it's also the sixth most populated French city. Close to the sea, but also near to the Alps, it attracts more than 4 million tourists each year. They come to stroll on La Promenade des Anglais, its famous walkway by the sea, and to enjoy the food, such as la salade niçoise, a copious but healthy salad with raw vegetables, eggs, fish, and local olive oil. Since the early days of filmmaking, the city has been a landmark for cinema. Nowadays, you can find its street in many movies, such as Brise de Nice, an absurdist comedy with Oscar winner Jean Dujardin in a wig. Also, the city has the same spelling as the English word nice, which is the source of way too many puns already. Toulouse is the most populated city in French Southwest, with almost 500,000 inhabitants called les Toulousains and les Toulousaines. It's also the fourth biggest city in the whole country. The city is built on the banks of la Garonne, the river which flows from Spain before ending up in the Atlantic Ocean at Bordeaux. Toulouse, with its traditional architecture of clay bricks, is often called la Ville Rose, the pink city. Their rugby team, called le Stade Toulousain, is one of the best in France and Europe. Maybe it's thanks to the local food, such as le cassoulet, a heavy but delicious casserole of white beans, pork sausages, and ducks. Maybe. The city was best described by Claude Nougaro in his beautiful song simply called Toulouse. You will find it in the links in the video description. Lyon stands at the confluence of two great rivers, le Rhône and la Saône, and at the entrance of les Alpes. With a little more than 500,000 inhabitants, called les Lyonnais and les Lyonnaises, it's the third biggest French city and the second most populated urban area. Along with Paris and Marseille, it's one of the only three French cities that have des arrondissements, administrative neighborhoods or districts. If you're one of the 6 million tourists that come each year to visit, you will get to see the Roman monuments, the Century of Heritage, and les bouchons lyonnais. The local typical restaurants. They're excellent. And with each winter comes a powerful and beautiful tradition called la Fête des Lumières. The Festival of Lights. I myself grew up reading about that city in the popular children's book Les Six Compagnons. Les Six Compagnons were six lovable teenagers from Lyon solved mysteries in the 1960s France. And they're fantastic. I love them. Marseille is the oldest French city, founded by sailors from the Greek city of Phocée, which coined its nickname La Cité Phocéenne. La Cité Phocéenne. It's the main city in La Provence, southeastern France, and it's the second most populated city in the country with more than 800,000 inhabitants, called les Marseillais, and les Marseillaises, les Marseillaises. By the way, La Marseillaise is also the name of the national anthem. It started out as a patriotic war song for the southern soldiers of La Révolution. The city was built around Le Vieux-Port, the historical port. Nowadays, Marseille is the largest port in France and the second port on the Mediterranean. An open door to Southern Europe and the Middle East and North Africa and Asia. This makes for a culturally very, very rich city at the heart of the books and movies of Marcel Pagnol. Maybe you heard of him, Marcel Pagnol. You can visit the city and taste la bouillabaisse, the traditional fish stew. Or maybe go to see a game of l'Olympique de Marseille, l'OM, the famous local soccer team. Maybe you will just enjoy walking around, but be sure to check out les Calanques nearby, these unique natural cliffs and inlets by the sea, offering spectacular panoramas of rocks and waves between land and ocean. It's awesome. Paris is our French capital built across the river La Seine, with more than 2 million inhabitants called les Parisiens and les Parisiennes. It's the most populated city in the country. More than 12 million people live in La Région Parisienne, its whole urban area. You might have seen the city features in a few movies, so I will just link to the trailer of Paris Je t'aime in the video description. It's an anthology of short movies set in each neighborhood. Also, it has some pretty monuments, a Statue of Liberty and a big radio station. And now you know almost everything about French geography. Et toi, have you been to one of these cities? Did you know all their names before? Can you place Montpellier on a map? Tell me in the comment section, I want to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you will find a link below this video to the blog communefrancaise.com. On the site, I read all the comments and answer all your questions too. Did you like this video? Do you want more? Let me share exclusive lessons, private offers, and my 10 favorite Comme in Française handpicked episodes with you by email. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name in your email and I will get back to you straight away. Subscribe now to get my best content straight to your inbox, the fantastic stuff that's not even on YouTube. And the best thing is, it's all free. Merci for watching Comme in Française TV. Sound French even to the French. Allez, salut!